And now we'd like to introduce Darlene Soul to share some more information with us.
Well, good morning, St. Lucas.
Morning.
Thank you, Paul, for keeping me on the January circuit for St. Lucas. Pastor George, it's a pleasure to put a face with a name of whom I've heard nothing but wonderful things. And whether it's 5 degrees below zero or a foot of snow, I'm supposed to be at my church home, St. Lucas, on the second Sunday of January. So thank you so much for having me. It is a pleasure to be here talking about our ministry in the midst of so many tragedies happening in our country, from the fires and actually in the world, to the wars, to political division, to, deaths of presidents. So it is a faith walk that Unleashing Potential has that brings me joy to be able to talk about in times of uncertainty. I will share one other thing that brings me joy is I'm a Notre Dame grad. And Saturday, I will be in Atlanta. So go Irish. So I hope you enjoyed our video, and it is from our Art and Soul fundraiser. And I think it is much better to hear directly from our children and their parents about how our mission impacts the families of St. Louis versus hearing from me. There are only a couple of updates for me to share with you today. For well over a century, we have remained relevant to the community's needs by listening. Now, for the future of our region, we cannot thrive if all children are not prepared to benefit from the technology explosion fueled by the new NGA facility due to open next year. As many of you know, the Lord started up on this journey right here in St. Lucas a couple of years ago. Unleashing Potential has integrated STEM and geospatial concepts into our school-age services curricula. Teaching youth about science, technology, engineering, and math, and navigation systems and skills that will be needed in the geospatial industry for when they become young adults. As you saw in the video, this year's summer enrichment camp, which was in 5 locations, ended with a cardboard boat regatta, and that was at O'Fallon Park Rec Center. Our youth created cardboard boats and floated them across the pool using their math, measurement, and teamwork skills in a fun and youthful way. There were many anticipated Titanic experiences, but there were some surprise finishes. The boat named 5-Star cleaned up the awards, including the fastest time and best design, and the boat was commandeered by 2 little girls. Girl power was on display. And as you saw, I too participated in the fun, and I too participated in the Titanic Club. And then I spent the remainder of that day on my couch. For those who are not familiar with Unleashing Potential, we're formerly known as the United Church Neighborhood Houses, and we were founded in 1913 by Eden seminarians and our church, now known as the UCC. Our mission is to close the opportunity gap for children and youth by building on their strengths, and we do this by creating educational and empowering experiences through early childhood education, after-school programs, youth development, and enrichment camps. For many of you, you know that the Early Childhood Education Center is Caroline Mission. Although the words are slightly different than in the past, and the faces of the families have changed in the last 112 years, our mission to help families in under-resourced community in the St. Louis region hasn't changed at all. Our early childhood education program near Lafayette Square makes sure our children 6 weeks to 5 years old are ready for kindergarten and beyond. We are working in a creative way to support these families during our communities and the nation's child care crisis. We are attempting to partner with businesses along Shodo who have employees who need child care in order to get to work. This is an example of meeting the current community needs, and that's what sustains us and has kept us serving the community for over a century. We must be nimble. In the School Age Services Program, we provide after-school services in 2 school districts, Ferguson-Florissant and University City, and 1 charter school in St. Louis City. And again, we focus on homework help, STEM with an emphasis on social emotional health, which has become so critical since COVID. The summer program has a significant impact since we care for children for the full day and serve working parents. This past summer, our 5 locations served over 225 children from kindergarten to 8th grade. Unleashing Potential are the fingers and feet of the church. Pastor George, when you mentioned that at the beginning, I thought, oh, once again, the Lord has spoken, and this is where I am supposed to be. We are born out of you and strive to do the Lord's work in our community. But we can't do it alone. And we cherish this long-standing partnership. I believe I have been here for 16 years straight, which is the length of my service with Unleashing Potential. So once again, this is my second church home. So thank you for joining us in this journey. Thank you for your partnership, your volunteerism, and the treasures and talents you have shared with Unleashing Potential. And with friends like St. Lucas, Unleashing Potential will prepare our children for their best future, that all may be one. Thank you.